Hello, everyone. I'm Kimberly Guilfoyle, along with Juan Williams, Jesse Waters, Katie Pavlich, and Greg Gutfeld. It's 5 o'clock in New York City, and this is The Five. Major developments in the heated national debate on immigration. President Trump signing an executive order which will keep migrant families together in detention centers. The president explaining why he's taking action.
We're signing an executive order I consider to be a very important executive order. It's about keeping families together while at the same time being sure that we have a very powerful, very strong border, and border security will be equal, if not greater, than previously. We're keeping families together, and this will solve that problem. At the same time, we are keeping a very powerful border, and it continues to be a zero tolerance. We have zero tolerance for people that enter our country illegally.
The big question remains, is it legal? The courts have said children cannot be detained for longer than 20 days with the adults. All right, Greg, we start with you. Obviously, this has been a pretty hot-button issue, a lot of discussion back and forth from both sides, and everyone obviously cares about families and about children, and no one wants to see children harmed. And now you see the president engaging in executive action to try to address some of the concerns, valid concerns that people have.
Yeah, I think everybody... The problem with this issue has always been that everybody agrees the separation issue is bad. The problem is nobody had a solution. Nobody was offering solutions. They were offering a lot of anger and rage. Over time, though, you start seeing these ideas bubble up. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? My worry is I worry about the intensity of anger and division that I saw this week as we got to this point. We have to admit that there's a torrent of rage that is out of proportion to the scenario. And don't say, oh, when you say that, you don't care. I do care. I said this was a problem. But I do think, I worry about this outrage that foments insurrection without coming up with a solution. We had I think it was 9 people killed in Chicago over the weekend. But I've never seen this kind of rage about anything. And I think you should also be aware that when we start talking about facilities and housing, this will not satisfy the people that are the loudest voices. They will not be satisfied. If it's a military base, they're going to say, how dare you put those children among soldiers carrying weapons? What kind? It's like a FEMA camp with those, I think you're going to expect more outrage, a different kind of outrage, because it seems to be working. But I want to reiterate, we all care, but caring isn't enough. You need solutions. And the problem that has always been with this story is that while the separation issue is real, the idea that half the country is demonic and bigoted is a delusion. And the more that you push that delusion, the more precarious this country, the situation this country is in. If you blame half the country because you don't like their stance on immigration and you call them Nazis, that is dangerous. That's very dangerous. We're talking about 2,000 kids. We want to solve this problem. We're all there. Let's see what happens. This may not work out, but people are trying.
Okay, people are trying. So it's a step definitely in the right direction. It's a very difficult issue that many administrations have tried to tackle, the issue of immigration, and trying to be compassionate, be understanding about families, but still respect, the rule of law.
And you can't get to a place of compassion or empathy